User permissions in TdF Web. Under Admin, go to User Permissions. This will allow you to see who all is configured in TdF and what features or permissions they have access to. The first tab is our full users, and if you have any light users, they will show up under the Light Users tab. Under the Inactive Users tab, it will show all inactive users. The TdF admin will be listed under your Admin User tab. If you need to add a user to your list of users, make sure that that user is set up in your Active Directory. Select the plus button under the Full Users tab to select the user from your Active Directory you want to add. You are able to search your users using the search feature. Once you find the user, select that user and choose Submit. You will then see your user has been added to your list. You can then walk through and set up their permissions. If you need to delete a user, select the trash can next to the user. If you need to inactivate a user, select the Change to Inactive User option next to the user. The benefit of making a user inactive versus removing a user is that it allows you to free up a license in TdF without removing the user from the system and then potentially having to set them back up again from scratch if they were to return. If you select to inactivate a user, it will prompt you making sure you want to do this. Entering the change code and then selecting Change to Inactive User will then place them in your Inactive Users tab. If you decide down the road you want to change that user back to an active user, choose whether you want to make them a full user or a light user. Under the User Rights tab, this shows you all the admin rights a user has access to, all the modules they have access to, as well as all the rights they have access to in the system. On the User Info tab, it will display information such as their username, email address, or other information you may have filled out when adding or editing a user. The information in this tab can be used in our alerts and notifications, as well as BYOR and templates. So the more information you have filled out, the better. The User Groups tab shows you what group they are a part of. Please refer to the Permission Setup video for TdF Desktop to find out more information. If your company is using the item form types, you can set the defaults for the user in the Default Item Form Type tab.